People gave a fuck about things. Maybe they still do, but now they're not allowed outside, so who cares? Hello! Welcome to the vlog of Eternal Stench. It's just a vlog that I'm doing, a video log, a video blog, I don't know. But they say to do stuff like this because, you know, trying to make a YouTube channel, you gotta come out with stuff really fast. And, you know, some of the things I do, they're green screens and they involve other people or whatever. And the green screen studio is being remodeled a little bit. I'm gonna be doing a more elaborate show down there. And then, you know, the podcast bar doesn't seem appropriate to do anything other than the Rum Dumpster podcast at. So we're just going to be doing this in my recording studio because it has furniture in it that I can sit on, and the lighting's kind of cool. But anyhow, this one's going to be a little bit more about just my stupid life, hence vlog of Eternal Stench. It's my stinky opinions on the stinky life I lead in this stinky world of ours. So today I got something in the mail. And by the way, this is going to be about how exciting this gets is I got something in the mail. And maybe I'll read from the Camden Neighborhood News every once in a while. I don't know. But I've actually got something addressed to me. And what I got in the mail today was one of my old bands' old CDs. It's COVID times, and I get requested to sign things from that ancient past life every once in a while. I mean, occasionally people will mail me stuff from much farther away. Like, I'm not afraid to give my address to someone in Germany because I don't think they're gonna show up and kill me. Although they might. Although they'd have to quarantine before they could kill me, you know, so they might have time to rethink their murder plans. Or maybe I'll find out that the hit's in and I can leave town until the heat's off. But no, I don't think these guys are gonna kill me. I won't blow up who it is. They mailed me an SMB CD, a Screaming Monkey Boner CD, they said. I don't know which one it is. My guess, before I actually take it out of this thing, is that it's Fun with Poop, because that's like an utter rarity. Like, they said they found it on like eBay or something weird like that. And that one, you know, SMB was around for a long time and did a lot of things and sold a lot of CDs, but we made that was our first one. We made like 500 copies of it. I think maybe we made like 100 or so more. And then we just stopped because it was the old days and they didn't understand business. I guess I still don't, or music. And none of this works the same way anyway. But we're like, well, we're making a new one. We don't need that one anymore. Like, didn't understand. That's like, hey, maybe if you have 8 CDs at once, people will want one of each of them or something. I don't know. Whatever. It was like 23. But this guy is not Fun with Poop. However, this is the process of assimilation, but it is one of the ones that says Screaming Monkey Boner on it from the original pressing. We did make like thousands and thousands of these. However, if you find one with Monkey Boner on it, it's much more rare. The name got changed to Mechanical Brain for harebrained reasons that made sense at the time. You could so start a band called Screaming Monkey Boner now and just be like, hey, cool! Like, everyone would take it as seriously as they take anything. I mean, once Skrillex won a Grammy and it's just like, oh, fax machine noises can win a Grammy. I like Skrillex and dubstep, but I'm just saying, I don't think anyone cares anymore. I think right around when we were doing this, by the way, which is a tangent I go on a lot, is that everyone, I think in like 2003 or 4, everyone was like just taking music too seriously. And Christian hardcore and stuff. It's like, music is in blood, death before dishonor, I got it tattooed. It's like, just Jesus Christ. So you couldn't call your band something fun. Like, oh, are you a joke? I'm like, I mean, insofar as the Butthole Surfers were a joke, but they were more of like a bad acid trip, which, by the way, that inspired a lot of this. But anyway, there are more of these got made with Mechanical Brain on it, so if you have a copy of this particular record, it's probably that. Now, I don't have a copy. I don't own a copy of this. It's been a very long time since I've had one of these in my hands. The actual CD with the old logo I came up with. Another funny story about the logo, the U with the circle and the line. I mean, for me, it was one of the first things where I thought about the consumer or the fan, I guess, as far as like, okay, so you make stuff, right? And you're like, yeah, like that looks cool. Maybe people want to buy it. That's the No You logo was one of the first things I ever thought about, where I was like, no, they're going to want to wear that to show other people, like, yeah, they don't, fuck off, they don't care about anything, whatever, and it'll be like a little movement for the young, angry fans that we had, and it worked really well. People got tattoos of it, people wore those shirts everywhere. People that hated our band, like the hipsters and things like that, they would cut the name off of the stickers, but then they'd put it on the cash register at Little Tijuana's or something, being like, they liked the symbol, but they wouldn't want anyone to know that it came from this world we were living in. People gave a fuck about things. Maybe they still do, but now they're not allowed outside, so who cares? But yeah, it turns out that whole thing, like, what does your audience want to tell the world about themselves through your music or your merchandise? It turns out that's like advertising 101. That's like $1 million Mad Men thing, but it was just one of the first things where we're actually like, I'll bet people would like to march. I bet they'd like to go to school, that place full of everyone they hate, with just you with a circle and a line through it. And it's like, it's not a swear word, but it's pretty aggressive. And so, like, you wouldn't have to take that off in class. Like, it would just say SMB on the back or something, and just the thing. So it selling rebellion. Turns out that's been big business since, like, the leather jacket Fonzie guys of the 1950s or whatever. It's like, hey kids, you want to stick it to the man? Buy this product. It has the Beatles on it. You know, whatever the fuck. Like, and nothing's changed, by the way. Like, no matter what you think you're so into. Oh boy. So, yeah, I'm gonna sign this guy, and they sent a return envelope with the address and everything on it, prepaid or whatever, so I can just stick it back in the mailbox at my leisure and at my convenience. And I would say that, like, anybody can do that, but then again, I moved, like, now, you know, I don't have roommates or renters or anything. I bought a place where, like, hardly anyone knows where I live, and no one would guess where I live, because it's, you know, I live in the city of Minneapolis, but I live in a neighborhood far nicer than you would assume I would intentionally live in or that I could afford. But it just, you know, when the market's unstable, they mean sometimes it does tip the way where you can do stuff, although it's rocky and horrifying. And I'll bet everyone tuned into this to listen to me talk about the housing market. But hey, you know, I'm an old man now. I'm a homeowner. I have an opinion about property taxes and the garbage collection matters. You know what I really want to do too? I fantasize about this because this is how lame I am now that I'm 40, is I would love to go to, like, local town hall meetings and get, like, involved. Like, stuff I would never have wanted to do. Like, I was a little bit civically minded when I was a kid, when I was an angry little anarchist and wanted to shake things up. But for the better, you know, it's like, people deserve a shot. But I just think in my waning years of no longer, you know, it's like, yeah, I work and I do things, but I'm not a touring band anymore. And it's like, if you think your job eats up your time, like, try working and being in a touring band, and then remove the touring band and be like, oh look, I'm gonna run for city council. That's the kind of time you end up with. Also, as far as any of that goes, when you're in a band forever, you're so used to selling people something they just so desperately don't want that, like, when you actually come around with like a half good idea for something, you know, when I started making videos or fucking even doing comedy, it was like, oh, right this way, yeah, we'd love to hear what you have to say. Like, oh, you make videos? Like, well, we'll pay you for that. Like, wait, I was used to selling music. Like, nobody likes music. They say they do, but if they didn't hear it when they were like 19, you know, at the bad kids part of the church retreat, be like, hey, it's pop punk. That's the punk part's what's important. You gotta shake up the system. And then you just still love it when you're 30, even though it's garbage. But anyhow, that notwithstanding, turns out when you sell the world's most unsellable product for most of your life and kind of do okay at it, you sell anything else and you can do great at it. And I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, probably how I could run for city council and win. I have a lot of suits that are less ugly than this one that I could wear and blend in with the normies and be on my neighborhood city council and eventually rise to power like the guy in Boardwalk Empire. That's how it works. Anyway, so the inside of this guy has the lineup from this era in it there, and we put it on a white background, again, thinking ahead, that we could sign it, and we did. We'd sign a lot of, you know, like our individual names. We're biased here. There's me giving the finger, wearing some weird Two-Face makeup, my dreads and pigtails, and some kind of naval jacket that I probably really would love to still have. And I'm leaning on a cane, and that's that cane I used to have that had a sword in it. But those kind of things aren't like, made by MI6 or the KGB. They're made in Taiwan and sold in the mall. So it broke. I mean, it was sharp. It was a dangerous thing that I walked around with no permits or anything whatsoever. I'm sure it's not legal. But yeah, I was carrying it around and I let it break. Anyway, I think this has been a long vlog where I'm gonna like sign this CD, but we can watch me do it. That'll be exciting. I'm gonna steady my hands a little. It's gonna take more than that, but that helps. All right, everyone, can we see? So just right above me. I don't know. I don't think there was a request where I should sign it. Maybe I'll sign the disc later. I'll ask. Yeah, I'll do it now. They mailed it to me. Why wouldn't they want me to sign every part of this thing? But yeah, right by my name there. There's me there. And then maybe just kind of where there's some space by the letter U here. And this is a Sharpie. It shouldn't wreck this or anything. And I mean, it's for show. It's not like this shit's not on Spotify or Bandcamp. Go buy the whole discography from Bandcamp. Don't ask why. It's just a great place to get it. Reverend John, that's me. Right on the U. It looks almost intentional. And there it is there. They're evident. Yeah, this is so important. Well, you clicked on it. If you're still watching this, my God. I'm sure the thumbnail will look cool. And this is the first time I'm trying this, so pardon me if this is dumb and pointless. And yeah, I'll ask them if they want me to sign like maybe the front. But it's kind of busy, this artwork that is mixed medium. I'll talk all about that some other time. God damn it, I didn't want to talk about my old fucking stupid band for this long. But whatever, it might be kind of interesting, and some people, could potentially. I'm also, this wasn't Fun with Poop, but I also haven't seen one of these in a long time. But someone did ask me. I was at a live event, so this had to have been 2 years ago. A young lady who also, I'm not going to try to blow anybody up on this thing with their name in particular, but she was working with us at an event, and by us, I think I mean my Zero. But I hadn't seen her in years, and she was like, I almost brought a copy of Fun with Poop to sign, but I thought it would be like embarrassing or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, no. If we're allowed to go outside again and congregate, like, bring any old thing and I'll sign it. I don't care. Like, am I gonna get in my car and like go find you? No, I'm not gonna do that. But if you're like already at a thing, I'm gonna be at. If I'm doing comedy, it won't bother me if you're like, hey, your old band. It'll probably make the other comedians hate me, but I don't know. I don't really think so. I think that it's like fucking Fight Club. Every time I turn around, this is a whole other vlog. Just when I started doing comedy, I'm like, hey, I'm meeting new people, and everyone's like, hey, by the way, I loved when you were in Screaming Monkey Motor. I'm like, it's like I can't get away. But there's like 11 people live in Minnesota, so I don't know what I really expected. I just didn't think so many of them were still alive. Well, anyway, I'm gonna put that in the mail. This has been the vlog of Eternal Stench, and I have work to do. Good night.